Years ago, daredevil Evel Knievel famously failed in his attempt to jump the Snake River Canyon near Twin Falls. Decades later, another group is looking to do the impossible and succeed where Knievel failed.
Our own Don Nelson continues to be on top of the story and will report on the attempt later this year. However, today we want to look back at the failure that sparked a challenge left unanswered for 4 decades. Jake Melder is live in studio with the story. Jake?
It will be 40 years this Monday from the day Evel Knievel made his failed jump, September 8th, 1974. In this special On Your Side story, we sit down with retired Idaho Statesman reporter Tim Woodward. He witnessed and reported on Knievel's failed attempt, and his vivid recollection of the day paints a picture of the challenge ahead for a team hoping to jump the canyon in just a few weeks.
A rocket sits beside the Snake River Canyon near Twin Falls. It's a sight seen 40 years ago when Evel Knievel attempted to jump the canyon.
It had been in the news for several weeks. Everybody was talking about it.
Woodward recalls the scene at the launch site.
In a word, it was chaos. And the field where everybody was near the jump site was just a giant sea of people.
Before the rocket even started to warm up, Woodward's heart began to race. But it wasn't Knievel or excitement that stirred the reporter. It was the anxious crowd.
We had the best view because we were right on the rim. And of course, everybody behind us wanted a better view, and they kept pushing up and pushing up and pushing up. I was maybe 6 or 8 feet from the rim and moving backwards, and the people behind me were right on the edge of terror. And the police were doing their best, but we were losing ground. All of a sudden, here came the Hells Angels, swinging clubs, knocking heads, and the crowd moved back. I kind of will always have a soft spot for the Hells Angels because of that.
Soon the countdown began.
1.
Knievel's parachute opened prematurely, and the rocket, designed to jump the 2,500-foot gorge, barely made it past the rim.
But I thought he'd at least make it partway across. Instead, it was just up and down and into the canyon. It was disappointing, really. I thought, you know, we'd see a jump instead of a fizzle.
Running out of time and money, Knievel's rocket was doomed to fail. Now the stage is set 40 years later for a chance to jump the canyon that Knievel could not.
Be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 10. Don Nelson will have the exclusive look at the first test of the new Snake River Canyon rocket. He'll talk to the jump team's pilot and leader, Eddie Braun. For the full interview transcript of our interview with Tim Woodward, go to our website, IdahoOnYourSide.com.